So last night I finished one of the books that I got from the Ripped Bodice.
I'm so glad that you loved the book that you bought there.
How do you love the one that you bought?
Go ahead. Tell everybody what you made me do because I know you want to.
Okay, well there's a section of the Ripped Bodice that's erotica. And I was like, oh my God, I bet you that they have the Disney erotica books. And Caroline was like, oh, they probably don't. And I was like, well, what would you do if they did? And she was like, if they have one of the books, I will buy it. And I looked right over.
And Conor just goes,
locked in. So Caroline has the Beauty and the Beast erotica.
The way that I came home and stuffed it in my bookcase like I was 12. Like I shouldn't have this.
I need you to tally as you're reading it. I need you to tally the number of times that you clutch your pearls.
Okay.
But on the whole, I've been a saint to those poor unfortunate souls.
Hello and welcome to Poor Unfortunate Podcast. I'm Conor Perkins.
And I'm Caroline Ameti.
This is the Disney podcast for grown-ups where we shoot the shit about Disney the way that you do with your friends. Welcome to all of our returning listeners and viewers. Thank you so much for being back here with us. And welcome to any new listeners or viewers. Thank you so much for hitting play. Please also remember to hit follow or subscribe wherever you're listening or watching the podcast. And if you're on YouTube, make sure that you ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on anything. And then at the end of this episode or right now, if you're feeling it, make sure that you hit 5 stars and leave a written review or comment wherever you're getting the podcast. It's one of the best things that you can do besides sharing the podcast, which you should do that too, to help us continue to grow our poor, unfortunate family here. So thank you so much for taking the time it takes to do that.
Yes, or even a little comment if you're watching this on YouTube. Just drop a little comment. I'm sure you'll have some thoughts after this episode, and so we want to hear them. Or a little, or just like it. Anything. It all helps so much.
Truly.
Thank you.
And speaking of poor, unfortunate family, if you didn't catch our latest Caroline What's New, I want to say this right now. The Poor Unfortunate Fam, our private Facebook group, has now grown beyond Facebook. So if you want to continue to connect with listeners, talk about episodes, talk about Disney stuff, talk about life in general, you can now on our Discord server. So the Facebook group is still there, but if you go into our episode description or in any of the links in our social media accounts, you can head on over and join the Discord server, which if you aren't familiar with Discord and you've used something similar to Slack, it's like a messaging thing, very much like Slack. And it's a great way to connect with other people and keep the conversations going and just sort of meet some new friends. So,
yeah, everyone's been making new friends in there and it makes me so happy.
Yeah. So come join the Poor Unfortunate Fam. If you didn't want to go onto it because you didn't like Facebook, now you don't have to.
Yay.
You're welcome. All right. So this is our last tips and tricks episode of season 4.
Yeah.
So, Caroline, you want to tell people what we're doing?
I do. This is going to be our second tips and tricks of this season dedicated to Bath & Body Works. So as I'm sure you know, there is a Disney Villains collection out right now, both in stores and online at Bath & Body Works. And we flipped out when we heard about it. Also, if you listen to our Disney Princess Collection episode, Ode to Princess, if you're looking for it, we kind of called that there was going to be a Disney Villains collection.
We kind of called
we were pretty dead on there, if I do say so myself. So we obviously need to walk through this collection with you very much in the same way that we did with the Disney Princess Collection. So we'll give you kind of the overview of the scents and the styles that we're working with. And then we'll kind of go through this time, because there are only 2 characters represented in this collection. We're really going to be able to go through product by product for you and give you little rankings of our favorite stuff.
And because we have video now, you all can see all of the things that we're seeing. And I put together some little visuals to
Yeah,
accompany
you
this.
did. Yeah, you
So
did.
we can go through it all and talk
Yeah.
about it.
Also, I know some of you just enjoy listening to the podcast just as an audio experience, and I completely respect that. But obviously, we bought things from the collection as well that we have here with us, and we want to show it to you. So this is a
Yeah.
very good episode to watch on YouTube if you
Yeah.
are not right now.
You can do both.
You can do both. Yeah.
All right. So this is the Bath and Body
Woo!
Works Disney Villains
That
collaboration.
is hot.
It's real good. We
That's
got
hot.
2 characters. We got Maleficent and we got the Evil Queen. And so I'm going to take you through some of the things that are in the Evil Queen collection. And then Caroline's going to go through sort of like a description of the Maleficent collection for you.
Gorgeous.
So for the Evil Queen, the scent notes here are dark red apple, vanilla suede, and wicked pear. So what it smells like: ruled by envy, the Evil Queen wields beauty as her weapon and ambition as her crown. This fragrance is her legacy, an opulent, fruity sweetness gilded in velvet vanilla poison. The design, it's a bunch of royal purples, ruby reds, and golds. The products feature symbols like the poison apple as a ruby jewel and also not. The magic mirror, the hag's hands, the evil queen's silhouette, the queen's castle, the evil queen's crown, and then the jeweled heart pierced by the dagger from the queen's heart box. And so these are all set against like a deep purple, sort of smoky background and accented with gold filigrees. In this line, we got a bunch of different products. We got a 3-wick candle, a single wick candle, foaming hand soap, laundry detergent, lip gloss, diamond shimmer mist, fine fragrance mist, pocket back hand sanitizer, ultimate hydration body cream, body wash, wallflower fragrance refill, the pierced heart candle pedestal, the poison apple candle holder, the pierced heart wallflower scent control night light, poison apple soap dispenser, poison apple glow in the dark pocket back holder, mirror light up pocket back holder, light up body care tray with mirror, which these are so cool, and we'll talk about them in a second. And then we got a cosmetic bag. So if you're looking for a scent match for this, it was taking me some time to kind of like figure out what it was. But I think if you take Sunrise Woods, which has kind of like a sandalwood, vanilla-y cashmere kind of notes, and then you mixed that with Afternoon Apple Picking, which has apple and pear and cinnamon, you would just lose the cinnamon. If you put those 2 scents together, it's that. Like if this wasn't called Evil Queen, I would call it like warm apple cashmere or something like that. That feels like what they would call this. Yeah.
Something in here reminds me of Belle a little bit.
I think it's the vanilla because the Belle had the vanilla with the rose.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it too.
It's very interesting that you say that because you said that you didn't.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it now.
Okay.
This is what happens to me with these.
Okay.
I think I get overwhelmed when I'm in the store. I don't know. I can't focus.
I mean,
but now as an isolated scent.
Yeah, that's good. So that's the Evil Queen collection. We'll dive into more of the stuff later.
Yep.
Now let's talk about the Maleficent collection.
Let's. Oh my God, these vibes. Okay, so the scent notes for the Maleficent collection are sinister plum, midnight berries, and mystical woods. And what it smells like: she's the mistress of all evil for a reason, both fruity and woody. This fragrance evokes the fierce magic of Maleficent's enchanted realm. It's more than a bit unsettling, sure, but the vibe is so alluring, you can't help but be drawn to it. Did I write this?
I love these descriptions. These descriptions are so extra, and
They literally said the vibe. I mean,
I know. It's
thank
very
you.
you.
Whoever is working in the background at Bath and Body Works.
We see you.
We
love
see you. We love you.
We know that you listen.
Do you listen to the vibe? Yeah. Anyway, the design in this collection, a lot of the collection is covered in these purpley greenish iridescent ombre dragon scales.
Yeah.
Stunning. With these ornate black frames and black silhouettes of dragons, thorns, ravens, and Maleficent herself. There's even some like feathers, wings, all of that. There are pops of lime green and sometimes entire products in lime green across the collection, reminiscent of the color of Maleficent's magic from the film. And there are purple roses throughout this collection as well. So as you can see, if you're looking on YouTube at this visual, it's just like purple and that lime green. And that's what I'm trying to evoke with my background today. Products in this collection, just like the Evil Queen collection, there are quite a few. So we've got the 3-wick candle, the single wick candle, foaming hand soap, laundry detergent, lip gloss, diamond shimmer mist, fine fragrance mist, pocket back hand sanitizer, ultimate hydration body cream, body wash, wallflower fragrance refill, shadow box candle pedestal, a dragon wallflower scent control nightlight, a raven hand soap dispenser, Dragon Castle 3-wick candle pedestal, bling glow-in-the-dark pocket bag holder, body care tray with mirror, and a cosmetic bag as well. For this scent match, I feel like I am getting a little bit of Diamond of the Season in here. I think the fruity part of it. It's like this heavier fruitiness that Diamond of the Season had as well. Like Diamond of the Season had pear in there, but it was a heavier, more perfumed pear. And I'm getting a little bit of that in here. And then I'm like mixed with like Twilight Woods. It's interesting because through the description, I expected a dampness. I don't know what else to say besides that. That is Moonlit Graveyard, which I actually really love. Based on the description, I thought there was going to be a little bit more of that in there, and it's not quite that.
Oh, see, that's very interesting that you said that because...
And there's like rose.
I think that's the plum in it, really, is kind of like very similar. And the berries, because there's plum and berries in it.
And there's no floral notes according to them, but...
No, but I
get something floral
I think the woods kind of like gives it a little bit of like floral.
Right.
So I think that combined with the plum makes it feel a little floral. But I remember when I went to the store and I smelled this one the first time, I was like, I thought it smelled very similar to Moonlit Graveyard. And like I immediately got hit by the notes of the sort of like the woods scent. And I was very sort of like kind of I was underwhelmed by this one.
It's so funny. I really love this.
And I know that you had the opposite reaction. You were underwhelmed by the Evil Queen.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not into this. I bought the single wick candle of Maleficent. I bought the single wick of the Evil Queen. But I will say I have burned, candle warmed Maleficent, and my opinion has shifted slightly, and we'll probably talk about it a little bit as we move into the next section of this, which is kind of reviewing and ranking how this is all going. So we're going to start with our candles.
Yeah.
And what's our criteria that we're using?
So what we're going to consider as it comes to these candles is we're going to talk about the scent as just a standalone scent. Do we like it as a Bath and Body Works scent? We're going to talk about the scent match to the villain, the design, and is the candle the best form of this scent?
Okay. All right. So this is the Evil Queen 3-wick. So if you aren't watching, the Evil Queen 3-wick, it's a big purple candle. It's got like the hag hands around this like jeweled apple. You've got these like gold filigrees that sort of outline the magic mirror along the sides. And then up at the top, you've got this gold cover lid thing that has like an ornate sort of design. And it has this holographic apple that, depending on how you look at it, is an apple and then also shows the sort of like the poison side of it.
It's very cool.
It's really cool. I really dig this scent, and I think it's actually a really, really good match to the Evil Queen. Like when I smelled this, I was like, this smells regal. It smells
like if
rich.
she walked by me, I would expect her to smell like this. I would expect that this is what her potion room smells like.
It's got just enough of the apple to it that like it's telling me Yeah, we're in Snow White and everything like that, but it's not like so many other fall scents. I think apple is very much like the front runner, like the forefront of this. And this
It's hidden in there.
It feels more balanced between all of the vanilla is very balanced. In the same way that I thought, I'm glad that you said this, the Belle candle was very balanced between rose and vanilla, where usually rose hits kind of like harder in most things.
I was actually surprised by this. I thought they were just going to go straight for the apple concept. And yeah, it's very much layered in there.
Yeah, there's like, it's.
And I feel like there is a very
complex.
nice cohesiveness between what this smells like and what the design looks like. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like, I also just really, I'm very into the purple with the gold accents. That is stunning.
The purple and the gold, it's just so
and then the pops of the red.
pretty.
It's so right. It's so, the design for both of these, it's spot on. It's really gorgeous.
The one thing about the design that I don't fully understand is like there's kind of like stars.
Oh.
And I don't really know what that's necessarly about. There's also this interesting thing that's happening in the...
Is there like a flower pattern on the fabric? Look at that. Do you see that?
On the candle, there's like sort of like an etching. It's almost, I think it's smoke.
There's like smoke at the bottom, but then if you look at the top, there's like folded up fabric like of her dress and it has like a flower pattern on it. It's very intricate.
Oh, I see that. Oh no, I'm talking about like looking at the
it's like 3D.
Candle itself,
I see that.
Like,
yes,
there's like an etching into it of like smoke.
Yeah, I see that too. Also, both the apple and then the heart in other parts of the collection, both being this like ruby.
Yeah, this
brilliant,
like jewel.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's evoking like the dwarves as well. It's just really, really, really spot on.
The dwarves, the richness, the royalty, the jewels.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
One thing I want to talk about, like as we transition into the Maleficent one as well, is like, are these meant to be Halloween? Like, yeah, right?
I think they make sense to come out in fall. It's like spooky season and everything like that.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're necessarily trying to be outright like, this is our Halloween collection.
Got it.
But I do think that they are trying to utilize scent profiles that we associate more with their fall collections. I think what's kind of really nice about them is that I don't think that any of these scents feel necessarily like a rehash of their fall scents. They do feel like they are something else, but they do feel like they're hitting at the right time.
Yeah.
Like they feel apart from everything, but still it makes sense.
I'm trying not to get too far ahead because I know we're going to talk more about the products in the line, but I think that was when I was deciding what to buy. That wasn't a candle. That wasn't a scented thing. I was like, oh, what of this fits in like I'm like, I just assumed it was supposed to be Halloween. So I was like, what looks Halloween to me? So there are some really gorgeous parts of this collection that I loved enough to buy, but wasn't quite sure when I would put them in my home because they didn't read Halloween. So
interesting.
Yeah. Anyway.
Interesting.
Let's talk about Maleficent.
Let's talk about this Maleficent one. This is hot.
It's perfect. The design is perfect.
The design is perfect, and I really love the hologram on the top of this.
If you're not watching, the holograph on the top of this one alternates between Maleficent as her fairy self and then Maleficent in dragon form.
Out of the two, I will say I think I prefer this hologram design just because it's so fitting that you've got this duality of this character and you're able to do that, which in some ways, I do think that they chose the right one for the Evil Queen, but she's another duality character. She transforms. We could have gotten like a hag
especially because the hag is featured in this The hag hand is featured in the collection.
The hag hand is featured in this. And like, they could have done the silhouette of her like when she's like punting the
We love that
boat.
So much. Why do we love that so much?
That's so creepy. I love anybody who's like punting a boat. Like, I think that's Phantom of the Opera, Mayhem, Lady Gaga. Like, it's just hot. God. It's hot. It is. The thing that I don't necessarily super love in this design is I don't like, so on the 3-wick, the Maleficent design, you've got thorns and then you've got these feathers and then you have the dragon silhouette. It feels very asymmetrical. Like, because the feathers feel very, very textured, and then the silhouette of the dragon is just like very flat,
Yeah.
and the thorns are the same way. I almost feel like we could have gotten rid of the feathers. It could have just been like
I would
thorns and
remove
the
the
dragon.
wing as well. Yeah, because then it's almost like with this, especially with this frame around it, it's like you're peeking into the scene of the dragons and the thorns. Like
yeah,
from the
like
film.
it feels like there's sort of like this 3D thing, and then it becomes 2D on the lime green, and then I just feel like the feather sort of ruins that illusion a little bit.
But I love that pop of the green, and it's just the exact
green
right
is
green.
right. The green is right, and I also really like the font that they chose for Maleficent.
Yeah, it's perfect. I will say that smelling this does evoke Lana Del Rey going, I know.
I feel
This smells like that.
I feel like this evokes more Sleeping Beauty than necessarily Maleficent.
Oh, darn.
I mean, I don't know what Maleficent would smell like.
I think
Like
she would
this,
lean.
This just sort of like smells like a dark Sleeping Beauty.
This could, honestly, if you made me smell this and you were like, this is Briar Rose, I would kind of understand.
Yes.
But like, yeah, I feel like Maleficent would lean a little bit more into the moonlit graveyard, like that colder smell. It's a little warm.
Yeah, it's very interesting because remember in our previous episode where we talked about princess candles, and we talked about if we were to do a second wave of the princesses, because we were missing Snow White and we were missing Aurora. The scent profiles that we've gotten for Maleficent and the Evil Queen are both scent profiles that we attach to their respective princesses. Like for Aurora, I was like, she would be berries. She would be like berries, floral type of fall florals. And then here Maleficent is, and it's plum, berries, and woods. So like to me, it does sort of feel...
It matches the world of the film.
Yes. No, it absolutely matches the world of the film, which I do think kind of like is the objective. When you've got a villain, I think it's very hard to
Villains can have very like bad smells.
Yeah, because like if you associate them as bad, like you don't necessarily want to keep smelling them. But this candle, I was talking to my sister about this, and I was like, this is a candle that when I smelled it in the store, I did the sniff test. I wasn't really into it. But it passes the smell test. When I burned this candle for a long time, I actually think that Maleficent works really, really well as a candle. It also works really, really well as a hand soap. Whenever it has time to sort of like aerate the scent and kind of diffuse out into the air, it's so good. It's really, really good. It's very like atmospheric, I feel like, as a scent.
Number one, I give them props because they both smell like they are from the same collection without being the same. And I think that's hard to do. But it's interesting. I have to keep going back and forth between them because they are both in a good way. They're not subtle smells. They both have strong smells, but they're not like we were saying. The Evil Queen doesn't punch you in the face with an apple smell. So they're very nuanced smells. Like I don't like...
I think
I'm a little bit biased because apple smells from Bath and Body Works specifically give me like happy hormones or something because like my favorite scent ever is Cider Lane. Cider Lane honestly is just like I associate it with very
which like
happy
thank you
memories.
Bath and Body Works. It's back this season.
I have 2 Cider Lanes in my possession now, and I thought that would never happen again. But it's interesting when I do the lids. The smell that reaches my nose first is for Evil Queen is apple, even though it's, again, nuanced. And I'm telling you, in the Maleficent one, I'm getting a flower. So
I do from the top. I agree. I agree because also Evil Queen, when you smell the lid, you get apple first, and I can smell the pear very strongly.
Yes,
in the top. That doesn't necessarily hit you
so
over the head.
That one almost, I just got like a candy apple smell almost from the lid.
I did too. Listen,
these smell damn good, y'all.
You're so good.
I can't stop smelling them. They smell good.
We need to figure out, okay, so now that we've got visuals, we need to now figure out how we can incorporate scent technology into the podcast so that y'all can smell these with us. I think I have my answer for my ranking of these.
This is really
candles.
hard. Yeah, go ahead.
Talking about them in candle form.
Yeah.
Design-wise, I feel like I am gravitating more towards the Evil Queen design. I really love the color choices.
We have a
I
purple. I know.
think it's just like I think they really hit this one out of the park, and everything feels balanced in a way where, like, Maleficent, like, I've got, like, at least one note about the design of that particular candle. The hologram on top, I think Maleficent wins for the hologram. And then I bought a wallflower for this apartment, and I only bought one, and the scent that I bought was Evil Queen. So I think for the scents, for the candle and everything, I think Evil Queen ekes out a little bit just because I think the scent match to the Evil Queen is just slightly better than the scent match of Maleficent to that character, ever so slightly.
Yeah.
But truly, I don't think you can go wrong with
No, I
either of these
agree.
scents.
I agree. And like, also, if there's one thing that I learned from the Disney Princess collection, it's that like even the ones that I wasn't so into, once I like burned them and really like lived with them, I loved them all. Like they were
Yes.
all really, really good.
Jasmine was a sleeper hit.
I am burning her in my room right now. I think for me, I like the Maleficent scent generally more. But for what we're doing here, we're doing the Disney Villains collection. It's the fall. It's spooky. I think the Evil Queen is a little bit of a better fit.
Mhm.
And I am a big fan in this picture of how, like, especially once you burn the candle lower, I'm sure that there's like some glow coming out of the green part there on the Maleficent one,
Yeah.
and that is damn cool. But I think I'll go Evil Queen, but it's very tough for me. But I'll go Evil Queen.
Yeah, I
was
think it's
close.
Evil Queen number 1, Maleficent number 2. Very, very close.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk the wallflower plugs. So we've got 2.
We've got 2.
All right, so the first wallflower plug-in. So if you don't know what a wallflower plug-in, these are like the things that you plug into the wall that become night lights and light up. This one is really, really freaking cool. It
It's
is
stunning.
the dagger piercing the heart that's like on the front of the heart box of the Evil Queen. But as you peer inside the jeweled heart, you can see the silhouette of the like skull from the poison apple. And the dagger itself has jewels on the parts of the dagger, and then at the top has the crown, the Evil Queen's crown. This thing
Lot
is
of
really
detail going on
there's
there.
a lot of detail. This one, I saw it plugged in. This one was really, really hot. It was very effective.
This image is just something I'm very drawn. It's stunning. It's something I'm drawn to.
It's so, so good. And the way that it lights up, it actually lights up the way that I wanted the rose plug-in to light up. This one lights up in that way because the red is just very full. It's very illuminated. It looks classy. It looks expensive. And it's got the thing that we love about wallflowers of like, first time you look at it, you're like, oh, but there's more to see each time.
Which I did not catch the first time I saw it in the store at all.
Yeah, like I did not catch the detail that at the top of the dagger, of the hilt of the dagger, is her crown. Like that's super duper cool to me.
Yeah. And then we've got Maleficent, which is like, it's a window. I think what it's supposed to be is like a stained glass window, basically. That's all green, but around it looks like her. So we've got her horns on top. We've got wings on the side, and 2 of her staff is what it looks like to me. And then there's a raven in the middle, kind of perched on a thorned branch, and 3 purple flowers at the bottom.
And like the stained glass window is kind of like dragon scaled.
Yes, it is. And like for me, it's interesting because this is such a great Halloween vibe that I'm like, I would buy this and I would know when I would put it out. It's clear. That feels a little bit less clear to me. I love that Evil Queen one, but I'm like, it doesn't read, I know it's Halloween-y because I know what it is, but it doesn't read Halloween to me. And the heart is also featured, like basically the exact copy of that is used in a candle pedestal, which we'll talk about later. But I just don't like, this feels a little bit mishmashy to me.
Yeah, this feels kind of, I think Maleficent has, the trouble with Maleficent is there's so much like iconography.
Yeah.
There's so much iconography that is associated with Maleficent that you're like, how do I choose? How do I streamline it? How do we include it all? And
Mhm.
I think like that's kind of the thing that was happening with the like Raven Wing
Mhm.
in the design, where it feels like they were just like, well, we can kind of have it all. And this wallflower feels like it kind of has it all to the point of
Even
maybe
like
it
the
being too
like
much.
yeah, because like the flowers, I know that
I
we
could
were
have
trying
done
to get
away with the
purple in there, but I don't
flowers.
know what they're really doing there. And
Like I almost could have make the thorns purple and get rid of the flowers.
and I was like, oh, what would I have liked to see instead? And it's difficult because what I was thinking of is something that's featured in like the shadow box candle pedestal later. But I'm like, oh, we could have just had Maleficent's silhouette because her silhouette
Yeah,
is
the
so
dragon silhouette.
iconic.
Oh yeah, or that too.
But yeah,
Or
no.
honestly, if they wanted to keep going with like the dagger heart piercing thing, like they could have made this
Spinning wheel?
Maleficent staff.
Staff.
They have the staff in there, but they could have just like take that moment, zoom that out. The staff lights up, and maybe like inside the ball of the orb of the staff is like a dragon silhouette or something like that.
Right. Or like, yeah, I mean, again, we can't pick too much
Or spinning wheel.
iconography. Yeah, but the spinning wheel, right? I don't want to, again, we're just criticizing them for throwing in too many images, but the spinning wheel isn't really anywhere here. Or even just like Maleficent's magic and those flames are stunning. And like, if we're going to play with shooting light from behind something, I mean, there was just so much there we could have done with her green flame magic.
Yeah, like I think it probably would have behooved them to kind of take the orb of her staff and make that the thing that lights up, make that bigger and make that the thing, like you're doing a
Yeah.
close-up shot on that, and then put something inside the orb, like it's almost like a divining thing, like in the way that she sort of conjures in the scene with when she curses the baby, like right out of the gate,
Yeah.
where she like puts her hand over top of the orb and like we go into it.
Yes.
We could have done
love that
something there
moment.
too.
Yeah, like what if we even had something that's like those things they do at Bath and Body sometimes that are like filled with like glitter gel
Yeah, they could have
almost?
put some glitter gel in it too.
Actually, yeah, that's a little something that's missing from this collection. I want some glitter gel swirling mist
you love
moment.
you love your swirlies. You love your
I
swirlies.
do. I
Because you
do
were a
wear-
big defender of the Ariel pocket back holder, and I was like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yes. And also, like like you said, we go into the orb. We've got Maleficent's staff orb, and we also have the evil queen making potions. Like this was ripe for some glittery swirls, some misty.
Yeah, that's true. That's
But
true.
the winner of just objectively, like not trying to put it in the context of Halloween and what I would do with it is the heart for me.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
also I think out of this with this design, which it does appear again in the pedestals, the candle holders later, which we'll get to. I do think this is the stronger design because I don't think the candle pedestal has the detail of the like melty poison skull inside the jewel, which I think is such a cool.
So damn cool.
It's
Brilliant.
just such a nice extra touch.
Like well done. Yeah.
That's the thing that we love, where it's like you just look a little bit closer.
Yeah, and that effect also does push it a little bit more into feeling Halloween-y to me as well.
Yes.
So
Yes, I
definitely
agree.
major points for that. Pocket back holders. Let's talk about pocket back holders. So for the evil queen, we've got the poison apple, and the poison on it glows in the dark, and we've got the sanitizer coming out of the bottom. Ugh. And then we've got a repeat. If any of you were lucky enough to have the Belle magic mirror holder from the Disney Princess collection, this is very reminiscent of that, but it got a black frame around the magic mirror. It's got a little red apple insignia at the bottom. And then when you press the button to turn it on, the magic mirror himself appears. Stunning. And then we've got our Maleficent one. So it's interesting that the evil queen got 2, Maleficent got 1. This one got me. So we've got, it's basically Maleficent's head in an abstract way. So we've got her horns, and then the green of where her face would be is just rows of green rhinestones.
Yeah, it's like bedazzled. They call this like the bedazzled one.
Yes. And apparently this one glows in the dark too, but I don't think as obviously as the poison apple one does.
No, I couldn't really see it.
This one almost came home with me.
Fair.
I was close because it's also just like, for me, I love that there's stuff in this that's like referential to the character, but I always love having, it's my same thing with Loungefly backpacks. I like having the character themselves on the thing that I buy.
Mm.
And so like I could put this on my bag and everyone would know, oh my God, it's Maleficent. Love that. I saw one of the employees at the store. She had it hooked onto her apron. It looked so damn cool.
Interesting. I think for me, out of if we're doing 1, 2, 3 for these, I think the Maleficent one is actually my third place one.
Wow, damn.
I love the horns, but I just don't get these rhinestone thing. I'm like, what is that? What is that?
Oh my God, it's for style.
No, honestly, it just feels like kind of cheap to me.
No, it makes it less literal. I love it. Oh my God.
No, I would rather
fine.
I would rather it just be the horns, to be honest.
No, you need the green, and you would let the pocket back be the green. That's kind of strange because it has like the label on it. You need just straight green.
I don't know.
Abstract.
I don't know.
Okay, what's number 2?
Number 2 for me is the mirror,
Mhm.
the magic mirror, because I'm like, it's just, I think it's super duper cool to have something that's functional as a mirror as well, and then also be the magic mirror. The reason why it's number 2 is I just don't super duper love the little apple at the bottom. Like it just kind of feels a little, I don't know, it just feels like a little whatever.
Okay.
And then my number 1 is the poison apple because the glow from the glow in the dark looks
It's
really, really
cool.
cool. It's silicone. You don't have to really worry about like batteries or it's not super chunky. It tells you what it is. It gives you the idea of the character without necessarily being like super duper overt of like, you look at it at that and it's like, oh, I know what that is. That's a poison apple. Got it.
Okay. Yeah. I respect
I just feel
that.
like it's the right thing. It's a good shape. It's not going to be like poking you in your pocket or like anything like that. Like it feels like out of these 3, that's the one that's going to last. And I want the one that's going to last.
That's real.
And I love the glow in the dark effect. The glow in the dark effect before this was not very high on my list. And then once I saw how it glows in the dark, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's my number 1 because that's sick.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your ranking?
Number 3 is the mirror for me, only
Okay.
because I got to take points off because it's like repeating an idea. Of course, we had to. It's a mirror. We could not do it. So like
Right.
I say that lightly.
Like I understand why the Evil Queen got 2 pocket backs because it's like
Had to do a mirror.
The technology was already there. We had already done this.
Yeah.
It was an easy transfer. So it's like, okay, gotcha.
From owning the Belle one, which I love and I'm so grateful for, it's very bulky. Every time I
Yeah.
put it on a bag, I'm like, it's in the way, it's going to break. So kind of points off for the bulkiness factor of that as well. Number 2 is the poison apple for me. I
Mhm.
really love it. At first, I considered briefly making it number 3 because it felt a little bit simplistic to me. But then you talking about it, I'm like, yeah, but that is also what I enjoy about it is that you put it on something and it's obvious what that
Yeah.
is. And I think we learned this a little bit from the Princess Collection as well. Like that's what I'm interested in. Like if I'm going to have this small item hanging on my bag, I want people to know what it is. And then number 1 is this Maleficent for me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was carrying her around the store and then I was just like, I'm getting a little off track here. Like I got to calm down. You know, I have certain coupons for things like this isn't going to qualify. Like relax. I thought I was just getting a little bit desperate because I got there the day that it launched and I was like, don't grab everything. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like this is something that is for me, it strikes the perfect balance between like someone knows what that is, which was happening in the poison apple, but that abstract. I'm just a sucker. I like this in Disney merch in general. Like I'm into color blocking, I'm into silhouettes, I'm into like that abstract, her face isn't on it. I love that.
It's just this sort of like beaded rhinestone thing.
I'm
the way that it
obsessed.
comes down, it makes it because of
There's
the shape,
movement
it
in
looks
this
like
too. That's
it's-
what I love it. There's movement in this because it's a curtain. It's a curtain of these rhinestones, and so it gives it so much movement. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Now I kind of want it, and it's great for a Halloween. And it's great for this belongs in the parks. This belongs on my parks bag. Done.
See, it's just sort of like when you look at it carefully and you look at the angle of the bead curtain coming down,
That's like her chin at the bottom.
That's right. Like that's her chin. But then when you put the pocket back behind it, it muddies that image. And so then it makes it sort of feel
No,
like
it doesn't.
a heart to me.
It doesn't. And you know what's a bonus about this is actually, obviously, when I picked it up in the store, is it didn't have the sanitizer in it. Obviously, you have to buy that separately. And I would use it without it.
Without it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and this, I would say the same thing. I would use the poison apple one without it.
I feel like that belongs in Halloween versus like Maleficent is evergreen in so many ways.
Okay, we're going to move on from this because I don't think we're going to agree on that.
We won't.
Let's talk candle holders. So we've got 4 candle holders. So each
we have been
got
blessed.
2. So this is the first one. This is the heart dagger pedestal. It is ornate. So it is a gold pedestal. You've got the hilt of the dagger supporting the pedestal at the top that the candle sits on, plunging into the jeweled heart. And then it's supported at the base with like gold filigree ornate stuff. The jeweled heart itself is sort of outlined with rhinestones. The dagger itself is like a different, it's like silver as opposed to the golds of everything. It looks expensive.
Yeah, it sure does.
It looks,
it's giving like Romeo and Juliet to me.
Very
very
romantic.
You could definitely use this. Like you could put this out around Valentine's Day as well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it would necessarily say about your love.
Yeah, no, it's like tragic love, dramatic. Yeah,
sure.
I'm into it.
The one thing that, again, I had mentioned before that this one is lacking is that sort of extra detail that we saw in the wallflower of inside the heart seeing the poison moment.
Yeah, and that's why from far away, like it could read very Valentine's Day for that reason.
True. The second one we have, this is super duper cool. This is the hag's hand. So the base of it is sort of like a swirling textile of her black cloak. And then you have this sort of like ghostly white hand holding a shiny red apple with the green skull poison dripping down. And then there's sort of like a silver platter that sits at the top to support the candle of the pedestal. For the Maleficent Shadow Box one, this is cool because this one lights up. So
bonus point.
There's a lot of detail on this one. So it's sort of like this iridescent green purple metal color. The sides of it are like walls of thorns. And then the front, you've got stone steps leading up. You've got 2 green orbs, very similar to the style of her staff. There's this bat that's sort of like arching over this sort of like Gothic window with like a portcullis starting. And then at the bottom, you've got like green flames coming up from the base.
Flames.
And then as you look inside, you get the silhouette of Maleficent standing there with her staff in like a dark purple. And then further back, you've got the silhouette of her in her dragon form, which is like a light purple. And then behind that, you've got sort of like a dragon scale texture that sort of fills out the window and it lights up. And so you can see all of the greens and the different shades of purple. And it's actually one that like when I saw it in the store, I was kind of like, meh.
Same.
And then once I saw it lit up, I was like, oh shit, this looks really, really good. And then the last one that we have is another Maleficent pedestal. And this is the Forbidden Mountain. This is her fortress on the Forbidden Mountain. So the base of it is like, this thing is heavy. This thing is
oh my God.
It's got the sort of like rock face of the castle. And then in sort of like iridescent blues, greens, teals, purples, you have the fortress sort of coming out of the rock, going all around the center that holds the candle. And then kind of creeping around the rock base is Maleficent in dragon form, like climbing the rocks and like protecting it like it's her dragon keep.
Yeah.
It's
like
sick.
So Game of Thrones. Like it's legit.
Very cool. They've done a lot of these sort of like castle-y, these
Uh-huh.
like bigger candle pedestals. Like they did one for the Princess Collection that was like a fairy tale castle. They did
Oh my
like
God,
a
that one
big
was so
haunted
expensive.
house last year, I believe.
Yes.
This
Yes.
one just kind of, I'm like, I don't really have any notes on this
It's
one.
gorge.
So here's all 4 of them all lined up for you.
This is tough. These are really, really good.
They're all really, really good.
All right, let me try to work my way through this. I'm gonna rank the heart, Evil Queen heart, number 4. I prefer it in its wallflower plug-in form.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, this is missing that poison element. So it's from far away. Like if you don't really see the sword, it's just very Valentine's Day. It's very beautiful, but the vibe is not quite it for me. Even though in the store I couldn't take my eyes off of it, but like compared to it's just because that red really grabs your attention. But in this lineup, I think that's it. The top 3 for me could kind of go anyway. I think. See, at first when you were going through them, I was like, this poison apple one is it for me. I am obsessed with the ones that are a hand holding the thing. Obsessed. Yeah. I bought one of those, didn't I? I have so much.
I think so.
I have so much stuff from the store. I think I bought one for a single wick one Halloween that's like a skeleton hand holding it, and I am obsessed with it. It's such a fun idea. The only reason I'm bumping it down a little is because there's something more that I want from the hand and the cloak.
I think right now we're on the same page where I think for me, the dagger is number 4 for the same reasons. And I think this one is number 3 for me as well. The hag hand.
I love the hag hand.
Honestly, I love all of these. I think all of these are some of the best pedestals that they have done in a very, very long time. The hag pedestal, I think what I don't necessarily love about it is like some of the other like hand supportive ones. The candle itself goes like in the hand. Where like the pedestal for this one is resting on top of the apple. Yeah. It sort of muddies the illusion.
I could have been down with this one being a single wick holder where it goes in the apple almost, if we could make that happen.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. Like if the apple like the top was just was open and like concave, you slide the thing inside. Yeah. No. That's how I would have done it.
The only reason I was torn here is because I'm thinking about like if this was out in someone's home, my eye would immediately go to it. I'd be like, holy crap, that's so cool. Whereas the Maleficent one, number 1, if it's not lit up, my eye wouldn't really go to it. And even when it is lit up, I love it. Like I'm obsessed with Maleficent being in front of the dragon, like all of it. So good. I love the green, heavy greenness of it, but it's very busy. So like from a distance, the poison apple's got more impact.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's just something about the hand and the cloak that I feel like could be richer looking.
Yeah, it does feel, I think they've done that to try and put all of the attention on the red and the green of the apple. Because the apple is like metallic. It's very shiny. But I also feel like if the apple is already metallic and shiny, like you can afford to, like you don't have to desaturate everything else. Like you can.
Yeah, I agree.
They can make the hand look a little bit more realistic.
Like a real hand. Right, because it's not a skeleton. That's the thing. No. This is skeleton white right now. It doesn't look like the actual hag's hand from the movie.
Yeah, like her hand is pale, but ain't that pale.
Not like that. Yeah, she's not a skeleton yet.
So pale.
But yes, this so hard to decide, but I think this shadow box is number 2 for me. And
I think I'm the same.
Yeah, and then number 1 is just this damn fortress on the mountain and the dragon climbing around it. The dragon looks perfect. It's perfect. And this is the kind of like detailed, heavy, rich thing that I feel like Disney fans are looking for when we want to buy this stuff.
This is beyond just like a candle holder. This is a sculpture.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't put a candle in here, you don't need to. This can just be like, if you're a Maleficent fan, this is just like a sculpture that you could have.
I agree. And then the added thing of the candle being in there and like seeming like flames are coming out of the castle. Like, yeah. Body care trays. So we have 2 body care trays from the Disney Princess Collection. If you remember, we had one body care tray and those flew off the shelves, apparently. I watched somebody in my store take the last one. So now we've got 2 in this collection. First up from the Evil Queen. It is gold, obviously. That's her accent color of this collection. The bottom of it looks very much like the heart box from the film. So we've got that again, that ruby red heart in the front with the dagger through it. And it's got green gems on the top of that little dagger. And the mirror part of it is the magic mirror.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Which I believe this is also one that is like, it appears, like it illuminates within
this one lights up. And the Maleficent one does not. So the Maleficent one, the tray part of this is more circular, whereas, again, the Evil Queen one was like that square heart box. This is circular. The bottom part of it is covered in those iridescent, greenish, purplish ombre dragon scales, which do look really fantastic here.
They do.
And then the mirror is actually floating within the shape of Maleficent's, like, head, sort of. So it's like there's a black, it's floating
so you can
in the middle. Yeah, you can turn it. It's floating within that. And we've got 2 smaller Maleficent dragon horns on the top, and like connecting the mirror to the base. There's like this little green gem happening.
It's very interesting because I feel like for me, the one that fits my style, or the one that I'm like, ooh, I love the sort of like sleek minimalism of the Maleficent one and the floating mirror and everything. The color, it's more subdued and everything.
It's a little bit more sophisticated.
But come on, this heart box to hold your trinkets, and then you've got the magic mirror. And actually, this one does kind of look like the mirror itself floats.
Much better. Yeah. And I'm like, I wonder, I'm probably asking too much from this. When we have this bigger one, I'm like, the way that the face appears in there does look a little cheap. Like, it looks like a little bit of like a kid's toy. So there's points up for me for that, because I'm like, this would be more like decor for me for Halloween, where I'm like, oh, I have the magic mirror from Snow White, versus I'm going to have this in my room to put my things in. It feels a little childish to me.
Sure, but then I would say you don't have to light up the magic mirror's face. Like, honestly, if the magic mirror's face was not lit up,
that's very nice.
I think it's a really, really cool thing, especially if you are a Snow White fan and Evil Queen fan. Because, like, if you look at some of the detail around
it's like burnished in places. Like,
and there's like snakes that are
it's not
around
cheap looking fake gold. It's very nice.
No. Like it looks classy, and like it feels almost like this one feels almost like you own a piece of the Evil Queen's things.
Yeah.
Whereas the Maleficent one definitely feels like inspired.
Yeah, they're
by
2 very
her.
different approaches to it. Yeah. And that's why I do appreciate that, like, the horns are not like to scale they would be on her. Like, they're smaller.
Gigantic horns.
Yeah. So that you can look at your face in the mirror and look like you're wearing her horns. Honestly, that would have been kind of fun. But yeah, no, I really enjoy the floating aspect of this too. But actually, I would have preferred that the dragon scales be smaller and subtler on this.
I almost could have done a different texture than dragon scales. Like, I know the dragon scales have been
I could have as well.
Have been part of the collection, but like I almost wonder, like, what if this was black feathers?
I like that.
Or what if this was like textile, like her robe sort of thing? It had sort of, because her robes are very cool because they're black, but they have sort of like a purple pinky lining to them. I kind of wish that like maybe the base of this was that black, purple, pink color.
So that it was more
robes.
of a color blocking of the character herself.
Yes, because then this would be like, because then that
this
green
is Maleficent
jewel
in mirror
like,
form.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think for me, the Maleficent one is number 2. And the Evil Queen one is number 1 for me.
Yeah, for me too.
But ever so slightly, to be honest. Because I think the Maleficent one is really, really solid. And I enjoy the simplicity of it.
I agree with you. I'm in agreement.
Look at us. Who are we?
Along.
Getting along? What is this?
It was dicey there for a minute at the beginning, but we're gelling now.
We're gelling. We've gelled. Okay, so now we have cosmetic bags. So first off, we've got the Evil Queen. This is this like purple.
I am obsessed.
It's a purple and gold pattern. It's giving Dooney and Burke very
It
much
very
of
much
the sort of like pattern.
is. It very
You've
much
got a
is.
couple icons in it. So you've got a silhouette of the castle, you've got a silhouette of the magic mirror, you've got a silhouette of the poison apple, and you've got a silhouette of the heart box that are in these like diamonds. And then you also have the evil queen's face herself.
Yeah, it's interesting to see her actual face on this. Yeah.
Yes. But then what's super duper cool of this is it's kind of rectangular in shape, and the zipper goes up on a diagonal around the sides, across the top, and then down the diagonal on the other side. And then we have the Maleficent one. This is very different because this one is not opaque. It's transparent. So you've got this sort of like iridescent blue, kind of like vinyl almost, that has the thorns coming in from the edges, and then you've got Maleficent in her epic like staff up to the sky,
Yes, that
robe
pose.
swinging pose. And then behind it on the inside layer, you've got like the shiny iridescent dragon scales. The whole thing is black on the outside, and then there's like a little keychain moment of like
the back of it is
Maleficent's
actually
face.
dragon scale as well, which I appreciate.
Yes.
It's
But the
nice.
difference between these two is definitely one is like fully enclosed, you can't see what's in it. The other one, it's a vinyl so that you can see what's inside.
When I first saw the Evil Queen one, I thought it was going to be a generic Disney villain collection bag because it's just like that feels like the vibes to me. At first I saw her on there, but I thought we were going to have other villains, but I guess that wouldn't have made a ton of sense. Even though I'm not a big fan of having my like little like, you know, cosmetic bags be see-through, I will say after I went to the store and I was showing my mom like all the footage I took, when she saw that, she went, "Ooh." And I think this one is it's just a little bit more unique. I think it's got a little bit more wow factor than the other one. But I was, again, picked up the Evil Queen one several times because I appreciated how big it was. They're both pretty big, though,
They're
I have
both
to say.
quite sizable.
Yeah. I was more drawn to the Evil Queen one for me, but I'm really into the uniqueness and this like iridescent rainbowy effect that happens on the Maleficent one. It's cool.
Yeah, I think I have a lot of respect for the Maleficent one, but that is my number 2 because at the end of the day, I just keep thinking, this looks beautiful. What happens when you put all your shit in it?
It's true.
Like,
we do have the dragon scales on the other side.
You've got the dragon scales on the other
we
side,
do lose
but
that
I'm like,
silhouette
are we going to
effect.
lose the silhouette? Like the thing that is so wowy about it, I'm like, am I going to lose as soon as I put all of my products in it? Whereas the purple of the opaqueness of the Evil Queen one, I'm like, the design is forever. And you can shove a bunch of your shit in and you don't have to worry that people are going to see what's in there or that it has to look nice.
That's true.
Or you can just kind of like put your stuff in and go.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think number 1 for me is Evil Queen.
You've swayed me. You've swayed me because I do feel like the effect that I love of this so much will be changed once I put my stuff in it. But I love the black, for lack of a better phrase, hot topic vibes of this, you know?
No, I fully
love
agree.
that.
I think
I do.
the style is super cool. And I love the pose that Maleficent is in.
Yeah, it's
like
so good.
It's so cool and powerful. I like that it's asymmetrical, that she's off to the side. I like the thorns coming in. It's just so cool. But I'm worried that you're going to lose it once you start using it functionally, which I'm like,
fine, yeah.
It would be one thing to just have it on your shelf. The one I want on my shelf is probably the Maleficent one that looks cooler on the shelf.
Yeah, I agree.
Which one will I want like to actually use the way that it's intended? Evil Queen one.
It's an interesting choice as well to have the Evil Queen's face on this because this is the only face in both the villain and princess collections. We don't ever get faces of the characters. And so it's an interesting choice. But yes, I was drawn to this way more in the store. So I can get down with this, but I just want to put on the record that it was very, very difficult to decide. And like, I have to say, thank you, Bath and Body Works, for these like bag category type things, because my favorite thing from the Disney Princess collection is my belt wallet. I am obsessed with my belt wallet. It is amazing. And that's like so outside of the realm of like what Bath and Body Works used to do. And I got to give them credit. That's a great call. It's a great call.
The other thing from that princess collection was that gold like bag with all of the symbols of the different Disney princesses. And then the pattern lining inside that bag. It was a well-made bag.
Yes, it was.
And that's what I'll say about both of these bags. Like having picked them up and looked at them, I'm like, they're good quality. They're gonna hold.
The bags, the wallets, the coin purses, like props to whoever thought to include that. They're really, really good.
All right. Now we get to do soap dispensers. Yes. So we got 2 soap dispensers. The first one is the Poison Apple soap dispenser. So it is a red metallic apple within the green, which is not as shiny. It's more glossy than like metallic. Mm-hmm. And that the soap dispenser, like the push handle thing itself, is the same color green. So it almost feels like that green is starting at the pump and then dripping down over top in the shape of the skull. And then we've got, for Maleficent, we have Diablo, the Raven. So the base of this is sort of like a metallic, shiny. It's her staff. Oh,
it's her
Caroline's
orb.
Modeling. It's her orb. So it's got the sort of like the thing that holds the orb in place on her staff, and then the green orb itself, and then Diablo is perched on it, looking out, and the pump itself is black, so it sort of like goes into Diablo. There is a clear winner.
Look at this puppy.
The Diablo.
I mean, look at how big
dispenser.
it is. It's the size of my head. There he is on a gold base. I mean,
and the thing that I actually really kind of respect about this is it's not one of those soap holders where you slide, where it's sort of like where you slide the soap into it. This one,
fill it up.
You fill it up. So you empty your thing inside of it. You get the refills or whatever. It's not like, because sometimes they'll do the ones where it's like, it's a soap holder and it's kind of got that sort of like parallelogram thing and you just sort of like insert it.
The parallelogram. Oh my God. Yes.
Which I think goes really, really well with these, because it just means that you can just get the detail that much better with this.
It can just be literally him on the orb.
Diablo the Raven.
Like, you could stick this on top of a staff and you're Maleficent.
Honestly, you could also take off the pump of both of these.
And just like sit it on a shelf
as decoration.
Oh my
and
God,
it's a Halloween
here,
decoration.
allow me.
Like you would have a little sculpture of Diablo. It works.
I'm obsessed.
And same thing with the poison apple too. Like if you were to unscrew the green pump, just like put it on the top of a shelf, it's like a little poison apple decoration. I think both of these absolutely slay. But come on, you've got Diablo.
I had to have him, and I also have to say, I saw him, and I was like, there was actually like 2 left, and I was like, I have to have him, but I know that he's going to be a little bit too expensive. Listen, is the whole collection expensive?
The whole collection is expensive.
But by that scale, this was $30, and I expected it to be more.
Oh, all right. I was expecting that to be more too.
I expected this was going to be, I was like 40, 45.
Yeah, I was expecting
it was 30. I mean, which some people will be listening and like, are you insane?
But it's well made and it's going to last.
And this scratches that itch for me that we were talking about earlier of like, is this collection for Halloween? This is Halloween. If you don't know what this is, it's just a Halloween Raven. And if you know, it's like, oh my God.
If you know,
Diablo on the top of the staff.
They kind of like both are that way.
Yeah,
in some ways, but like I think Diablo has a little bit more subtlety, I think, to him. But also, I'm like, it's a minion. Like both of these make you feel like the villain, that's
the villain.
That's what you want. And
that's what you're doing when you put the body spray on, right? Like that's what you want to feel like. You want to feel like you're them.
Yeah, you want to channel your inner villain. And I do think while both of them enable you to do that, because like Evil Queen, like she's like I just think like having my pet, like, come on.
I mean, I want to use this and I'm going to, but like I also want to put him on my shelf over here too. He's
which
stunning.
you can do. Like, that's the thing. Use him for the Halloween season, and then when you're done, put him on the
Put him
shelf.
on the shelf.
It's a collector's item. These truly both, I think, are collector's items. Like, they could truly be shelf decorations. I think they're that good.
They're
in the way that
phenomenal.
they've done them.
Phenomenal.
Okay, so that's all of the little bits and bobs of the collection that we were going to rank and review. I think ultimately for me, where things kind of have shaken out, I've come down pretty hard like an Evil Queen stan in this collection. Like, if I had to choose the majority of one collection over the other, I think I'm an Evil Queen girly more than a Maleficent girly. But I do have to say, personally, my like product of the line, like of the collection, is the Diablo soap dispenser. I think that's the single best thing in the whole thing.
I think I agree with you. Part of me just wants to be like, you're Evil Queen, I'm Maleficent.
I know. Which honestly,
and
that's
I'm not far from being convinced that is the case.
That was kind of the initial reaction, because I remember getting a text from you when you went that you were like, I smelled Evil Queen and I hate it. And I love the Maleficent one. And then I was like, I'm at Bath & Body Works right now. I'm like, I smell the Evil Queen one and I fell in love with it and I hate Maleficent.
And it's so funny. This is so reminiscent. When I smell the Evil Queen, it is so reminiscent of my experience of smelling Belle and Tiana, which I, at first in the Princess Collection, kind of was like, these are too heavy. And then I burned them and I loved them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's happening to me with Evil Queen. But the funny thing about this campaign overall, because they only have the two, I mean, they did this with the Disney princesses as well, but they leaned very heavily in this campaign of like, are you an Evil Queen or are you a Maleficent? Like, which one are you? So honestly, just to keep this fun, for the sake of this, I'm going to go Maleficent. Because honestly, when I think about it, yes, my favorite item is the soap. And I cannot lose like that candle pedestal either.
That's true. That's a really
and
good
I
pedestal.
really, and I am a Moonlit Graveyard girl till the end.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like in that scent family. So I'm very comfortable. And I'm telling you, there's a rose thing in there. And I love anything rose scented. So like I can feel comfortable going overall Maleficent. Even though as a character, I think we're reversed. I think character love-wise, you might be more of a Maleficent stan. And I may be more of an Evil Queen. But like whatever.
So I think reflecting on the collection, what we would do in the future, things like that, just general thoughts about it. I think in choosing two villains, I think they chose the correct villains for this, because also it's nice that they chose two villains that are associated with two princesses that were not included in the Disney Princess Collection.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get Snow White, we didn't get Aurora, so this is a way of sort of like getting them without getting them. So I really liked that they did that. However, I want Ursula.
I also look back at when we predicted this collection, and I very much would have enjoyed a Gaston.
I think
leathery,
yes,
like,
or even like, I've seen people also say this, and I would agree too, like a Captain Hook, where you get something a little bit more
oceany,
like, or just sort of like musky, cologne-y.
Oh, yeah,
like more like cologne.
And I wonder if their thinking is like, not for nothing, I think these Bath and Body Works in general is more marketed towards women, although the men's collection is growing and is excellent.
The men's collection, you should not sleep on the men's collection. My everyday cologne that I wear is Bath and Body Works. My shower gel
My
is
husband
Bath and
as
Body
well,
Works
and he smells damn good. And like, I think they might have been thinking the way that probably, I hate these stereotypes, but probably majority of the customers for the Disney Princess Collection were women, because I guess women are more likely to also wear those scents. But like, number one, if they had put some male villains in here, I absolutely would have bought products for them. Maybe it wouldn't have been body care, but then I think they could have increased the customer base, because I could totally see, like, I think my husband would have worn scents from the collection as well.
Yeah, honestly, I could have seen them doing like 2 and 2, 2 female villains, 2 male villains. They could have gone Gaston or Captain Hook for like a more sweet, like whiskey, bourbon-y, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
And then as one of the characters, and then they could have gone like Hades, Dr. Facilier for like
Dr. Facilier would smell
something
so
smoky.
sexy.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, missed opportunity. Dr. Facilier is hot. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Hear me out, Dr.
I mean, hear me out
Facilier.
for sure. I did read online that there was they had their investor board or whatever meeting at Bath and Body Works, and they have signed a multi-year collaboration deal with Disney. So the sky's the limit. I'm sure that's part of it as well, because they launched the Disney Princess Collection. Obviously, there's so much built-in love for so many different princesses, so why not feature many of them? But I think they were like, whoa, that was really successful. Let's not just like blow through all of these characters, because then what are we going to do? So I have a feeling that that's part of the reason why we only got 2 villains. And also they probably didn't have a ton of time to prep this as well after the success of the princesses.
I think it's that. I think this is also their first global launch.
Right.
So Disney Princesses was not available worldwide. So having a smaller inventory means that they can make more of it and have it more available. So like I haven't seen as many issues of things running out in the way that the Disney Princess Collection had happened. So I think that is ultimately a good thing. Like you want the collaboration to be successful and you want people to be able to get it.
Yeah. And I was disappointed at first that it was only 2. But there is a huge range of items in this collection. Like I didn't walk in and feel like I didn't have a lot to look at. There was
plenty to look at. And then the other thing is, if Disney Villains is going to come out around spooky season, that is also fall and Christmas. Halloween and Christmas are the 2 biggest, like most product dense moments for Bath and Body Works. There's a lot of products already out. We've got their Halloween stuff, then we have fall in general, and then now we have Disney Villains. There's a lot of stuff out.
Yeah.
So I can understand being like, okay, we're going to do 2 because we don't need to completely overrun our store.
If they had launched villains at the same time as princesses, they could have done a full villains collection, because it's like that.
Right, because it was that early
January,
springtime
February, like
where
we were kind of like, what is it? What holiday is it? Yeah.
People don't know what kind of scent they're buying yet, because we're not in florals for spring yet. So they could afford to be like, hey, here's 6 princesses and all of their shit. And everyone's like, great, I'm going to buy 6 candles now.
Okay. On that note, the one thing I will say is, obviously you all know, or if you don't, you should totally go back and listen to our Disney Princess episode. We bought every single scent from that collection because the prices for the 3-wick and we bought 3-wick candles for all of them too.
Yes.
The prices were more in line with the typical Bath and Body Works 3-wick candle price. I would have bought a 3. Number one, I like 3 wicks more. I like a lot of scent.
I do too.
And also the 3 wicks in this collection are beautiful with the casing and everything, the hologram. It's all beautiful. It was far too expensive for me to invest in that.
This collection was much more expensive.
Yeah. These single wicks were $18.95 each.
Yes. We fortunately got them on a day where they were having a deal of 2 for $20. So basically it was like buy one, get one free.
I got lucky. I had a reward that was $18.95 or less, get a free item. Blessed. But I couldn't afford, especially because I didn't know which scent. I couldn't afford to spend $80 on 2 candles.
Yeah, those candles, they're $40 a pop. That's a hefty price for a candle. And I get that they've got like the top is really embellished and you've got the hologram and stuff like that, but
I'm kind of like, listen, even I've had a lot of, 3-wick. I've bought some of the fancy 3-wick tops before. At the end of the day, even if I aspire to keep the jar, I'm not keeping it.
You're not keeping the jar.
So I wish that we had saved the hologram effect for something else in the collection.
Or like the pedestal, like where you set down the candle.
I am going to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's too expensive for a one-time use item.
Yeah. Especially the way that we burn through 3 wicks. Like
very, very true. Very, very true.
Oh,
so
man.
I think our humble advice to our good friends at Bath & Body Works is please keep doing this.
Yes,
please keep doing this.
We want more.
Do not forget us. Take our advice. And then also your price point and your consumer base is probably closer to what the success of the Princess collection was, more so than the Villains collection. But
Yes.
the way in which you amped up the designs, the
vibes,
products,
the aesthetic,
vibes for the Disney Villains collection is exactly what we were looking for, and it did not disappoint at all.
And the in-store setups are really, really gorgeous. Like, there's a reason you see everybody going in there and filming them, because it's just displayed beautifully. And like, I appreciate the care put into that for a 2-cent collection. Like, we're eating this up.
We really are. We really are. And it hit at a really nice time too, because it's right before spooky season. Really,
that's what I'm saying. Is like, this is the time of year. I mean, this is a season ago when we did our fall candle bracket. Another thing you should go back and listen to if you haven't listened to it. I mean, this is when Conor and I, huge Disney, huge Bath and Body Works fans, go hard on Bath and Body Works. Like, this is when we go and stock up. And if you had told us a year ago that we would get to buy Disney villain scents in spooky season, we would have lost our damn minds. So what a gift.
It's such a gift.
Thank you.
And also, last thing I'll say to Bath and Body Works, because I know you're listening. Caroline has designed a scent profile for Ursula already for a birthday slideshow presentation for me. So she's already got it. So
I do.
Hit her up. Hit her up.
Thank you
She's
so
got
much.
it. It's good.
I do have it.
I mean, can you imagine the Nautilus shell shit that we would get?
Yeah, I think I have this feeling we're going to get it at this time next year.
Can you imagine a hologram of the Vanessa silhouette into Ursula?
That, I'm honestly, for us, for me and you, I am so grateful that there was no Ursula, because we would have bought all of it. And we
I'm
will.
having such a hard time not spending money right now.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have been good for us. If they do Ursula in the same way and we get Ursula Vanessa, I mean, it's over. It's over. What if they do Disney Princes Heroes? What if they do like a Hercules? Hercules would smell so good. I don't know what he would even smell like, but he would smell so good.
I mean, I would love for them in the future to do a Heroes.
Heroes.
To do
Hercules, Robin Hood,
Judy Hopps,
Meg, maybe.
Yeah. But we're here for it. We love it. This is always such a treat when we get to pivot Disney into some of the other passions that we have.
Completely unrelated passion that we have that has somehow become related to this, which is just, it has been one of the best surprises of 2025. Truly. Okay?
Truly.
Like, I'm just going to say it. How, but I love it. And seriously, thank you to all of you online who tagged us and like alerted us and like mentioned us in the comments. Like, thank you for seeing us and for understanding us.
Thank you for knowing us.
We love you for that.
Yeah, we do.
To be loved is to be known.
And you know us too well.
Too well.
Well, that's going to do it for us for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Please make sure to hit follow or subscribe wherever you're listening or watching the podcast. And then this is that moment. Hit 5 stars. Leave a 5-star rating, written review. Leave a comment wherever you're watching or listening. It all just does so much to help us continue to grow. And then also just tap the share button and send this to a friend who you know loves Bath and Body Works or who you think owes you a single wick candle. Send it to them and be like, Conor and Caroline said that you owe me a single wick candle, so now we've got to go. So can you do that? That'd be great.
Another super easy thing you can do to support us is to follow us on social media. We are at Poor Unfortunate Podcast everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube. I know YouTube isn't really social media, but please subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
That really right now is what is going to allow us to keep growing the podcast and like moving more and more into more opportunities and things to talk about with you all. So thank you so much for doing that. And yes, like if you don't share an episode, which is a great thing to do, you could just share a social media post. We're all on social media all the time, right? We're chronically online. So just like take a little tiny sliver of your day and just share this. It would mean so much. Or comment. We absolutely love hearing from you. We love hearing your opinions and your reactions. It is what keeps us going. It's like Tinkerbell needs applause, and like we do too.
We're actors.
Please.
we live for the applause.
We live for the applause. We live for the feedback. And as Conor mentioned at the beginning of the episode, the Poor Unfortunate Fam has expanded to Discord. So you can still always join our private Facebook group, the Poor Unfortunate Fam. But now we have a Discord channel, and you described it last episode as like Slack, basically, but it's like fun Slack.
It's fun Slack.
Yes. And the great thing is, you know, when you're in a Facebook group, comments can sort of get lost, but there are channels for different topics. So we have a Bath and Body Works channel in the Discord. So you should come talk about Bath and Body Works there.
Talk about Bath and Body
There's like
Works
gaming, there's books, there's theme park tips, there's anything that you could want. And we really get to know you all so much better that way because everyone gets to introduce themselves and we can kind of like really one-on-one chat with you. So we would love, love, love to meet you there.
And if you're looking for merch, the Poor Unfortunate shop is open. PoorUnfortunatePodcast.com/shop. We've got tons of merch items there. And we have more that is on its way. In its time, but we are actively working on new merch for you all.
As we've learned with Bath and Body Works, like you got to drop the collection at the right moment.
It's got to be the right moment, and it'll happen. And then, as I always say, it does take us a little bit of money to keep the podcast up and running and coming to you. We do have a PayPal account linked in our episode description. You can make a one-time donation. You can make a monthly donation, $1, $5, $10, more than that. It all just goes right back into the podcast, helping us keep it free and ad-free for the most part. And to all of our monthly donors, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This wouldn't be happening without you, so we appreciate it. Alrighty. So, next we have Caroline, What's New?
We do.
We may have some bonus episodes coming your way. We may have some collaborations with other podcasts coming your way.
We might.
So stay tuned, but then we will be back with our wild card episode. And then the last episode of the season will be our 100th episode, our 100th full-length episode. We're still figuring out what exactly we're going to do for that.
We got to do something big.
It's going to be something big, and I'm sure we're going to want all of you to be involved in that. So stay tuned for that. Join the fam. They'll get the updates first on what we decide to do. They can certainly suggest stuff to do, but we'll keep you posted. And until then, Beluga Sabruga.